What's up everybody, I'm Rob and welcome to my channel where we talk about music, movies, TV shows, video games, and musicals. I am back with Team StarKid series, Now My Time 2, Episode 2, Part 2, Abstinence Camp. We're 222. Yesterday we did Parky's Buds, now we're going to do Abstinence Camp. I'll read the description real quick. Some kids dread it, others look forward to it all year. That's right, Abstinence Camp, where Hatchetfield youths are sent to just say no. When nerdy prude Grace Chastity, she was in the last story, inadvertently starts a rumor about how cool and popular Stephanie Lauder is, the two find themselves stuck together for the summer. Along with a cast of kooky counselors and fellow campers, they discover the terrible secrets of the woods, that something or someone watches over them. Sounds spooky. Someone who punishes those who do not abstain. Someone who lumbers someone with an axe. Oh boy. When the description said Nerdy Prude, I thought to myself that I'm doing Nightmare Time to get all the lore I can for Nerdy Prudes Must Die. So that's why I'm continuing it. But anyway, one show at a time. All that being said, let's jump into Abstinence Camp, see what's got in store. Gotta make sure the volume's good. A padlock in the shape of a heart. Clever design, if you ask me. There's the axe. Cool looking campground. Whoa, that's scary.
For your life. He's got you hiding out of sight. He's got you sweating through the night. He's not quite human, that's for sure. He is a walking night terror. He's holding you down now at the scene of the crime now.
Yeah, please can see those two kissing. He looks like an orc from Lord of the Rings.
And if you think you'll stand your ground, you better think twice. Whoa. The size that humbles, he's got the hands that rumble, he's got the steps that crumble ground. Oh, the sound, he's got the time for trouble, he's got the mind of a psycho, he's bound to stab you in the back. Oh, he's the Axeman. Oh my God, he's the Axeman. He's got you sinking before you swim. He's got you doubting your every whim. He's got you thinking
overall dancing with me
about your next of kin. He's been surviving in the dark. He is arriving, ready or not. His spirit is hollow. Oh, he's having fun now. And his blade was made with hate and solid steel. And you may have brought a gun, but it's Hatchetfield. He's got the size that humbles. He's got the hands that rumble. He's what the doctors call insane. On the plane. He's got his mind on the liver. You know when he won't deliver. He's not your daddy's lumberjack. Oh, he's the Axeman. Oh my God. These woods belong to him, and we're all at his peril. If you see him, then you cross the line. Get lost inside those demon eyes. No good.
I gotta say, not only does Team StarKid have great stories, they have awesome theme songs, and the ending here is fantastic.
Watching nerds run for their lives. He's got the size that humbles. He's got the hands that rumble. He's got the steps that crumble ground. Oh, the sound. He's got the time for trouble. He's got the mind of a psycho. He's bound to stab you in the back.
Ooh. And ends on that note. Oh.
After a night of beer pong and Jaeger bombs, Stephanie Lauder pukes into the toilet of a restroom at Hatchetfield High. She knew she'd pay for drinking so much on an empty stomach, but it was the last party of the school year. As the hangover thumps in her head, fellow student Grace Chastity peeks up from the next stall over.
Oh my goodness! Steph!
Yeah, she was in the last
right?
story. Perky's Buds.
Beat it, Chastity.
You got a tummy ache? Was it the meatloaf? I ate the meatloaf.
No, it was a beer.
I didn't eat anything. That's the problem. I'm just a little sick this morning.
Sick? Morning? Sickness? Oh, heck. No heckin' way, Steph. Were you pregnant?
Yeah, Grace. I'm pregnant.
The sarcasm lost on her, Grace marches from the restroom. Weeks later, a stretched Cadillac Fleetwood thunders down a dirt road. In the back seat, Steph tries to explain.
How many times do I have to tell you, Dad? I'm not pregnant.
Across from her sits Solomon Lauder, the mayor of Hatchetfield.
So what? You think you're getting out of this on that little technicality?
This isn't fair.
Stephanie, I'd like to have an intelligent conversation with you if you don't mind. In other words, shut up.
Ouch.
You know what's happening this fall.
The election.
The election. You know how many questions I've already had to field about you and your nocturnal activities?
So send me away. Get me out of your hair until November.
Oh, no. Your absence won't quash the rumors. It'll only feed them. I won't allow this town's imagination to wander. They're going to know exactly where you are, what you're doing, and more importantly, what you're not doing.
Seriously? You're really making me do this? Abstinence camp?
In the heart of Witchwood Forest, at the edge of a crystal
Oh, we're back at
clear
Witchwood.
lake, the Abstinence camp is brimming with chaste teens. Two campers, Mary and Noah, reunite after a school year apart.
Noah!
Mary! You pumped for the cross hike?
Will the meek inherit the earth?
Matthew 5:5.
Yeah!
Steph watches them jump up and down.
Kill me now.
A baby blue Studebaker zooms down the dirt road toward the camp. Ted Spankowski sits in the driver's seat with the top down, his hair whipping in the wind. He looks up as the car passes under the huge hand-carved welcome sign.
Camp, I don't want to bang. There's a blast from the past. But we all gotta do our time, and your time has come, little bro.
In the passenger seat is Ted's teenage brother, Peter Spankowski. He pushes up his glasses, lamenting. Oh, man, I'm gonna miss the Honey Festival.
Oh, don't worry about it, Pete. There'll be plenty of honeys for you to gawk at right here. All those pressed church girls in their little hiking shorts. Camp. Well, if that don't get you hard, nothing will.
Yeah, but this is abstinence camp.
I know. It's torture. Those sick bastards. Ugh, I'd take the rack or the gallows any day over another no-nut summer.
So there's like no pulling off? Like none?
None.
How do they even enforce that?
Oh, they got ways. Scare tactics. Make you paranoid. You'll be laying in your bunk at night, jumping at the shadows. Years later, you wake up screaming, swearing you can hear his footsteps out there.
I think this is foreshadowing.
Rags dragging behind him. Oh God. The axe. In fact,
The Studebaker screeches to a stop.
I'm not getting any closer. Get the hell out of my car. You're walking the rest of the way, Dorcas.
Oh, man. Pete grabs his knapsack and climbs out. Ted takes off like a bat out of hell.
Oh, jeez.
Far away as he can get from Camp I Don't Want a Bag and the thing that dwells there. Pete coughs, fanning away the dust and exhaust fumes. He looks down the road toward the bunks. Well, come on, feet. He starts for the camp. In the woods, hidden amongst the trees, a figure watches with cold,
Yeah, the figure from the theme
glassy
song.
eyes. In the
And
mess hall,
he
campers
didn't see
file
him.
through the registration line. Steph stands in front of a counselor who points to her cell phone and shakes a plastic container.
All right, toss it in the bin.
Are you crazy? What if there's an emergency?
Rules are rules. The only screen here is sunscreen.
Steph rolls her eyes and drops her phone into the container. The counselor passes it off to be locked away for the rest of the summer. Then they motion to a table full of pink and blue t-shirts, asking Steph,
What size do you wear?
Small.
the counselor hands Steph a pink tee.
Can I get a blue one?
Funny.
At a nearby check-in desk, another counselor is digging through Pete's bag.
Well, well. Looks like we have a few more vices to rid ourselves of. Don't we, Mr. Spankowski?
The counselor removes a Ziploc full of chocolates. I need those. My blood sugar is very low.
Trash rots your teeth and your soul. Have some of nature's candy.
He tosses Pete a box of raisins and ushers him along. Pete walks off, shaking his head. Fucking raisins. Fuck this place. Later, Steph sits in an outdoor amphitheater, looking down at the pink shirt she'll be forced to wear all summer. She reads the phrase printed on the front.
Virginity rocks.
You could say that again.
From behind her, Steph hears a familiar voice. It sends a shudder down her spine.
Oh God. Please no.
Steph, you're here.
Grace Chastity runs up and throws her arms around Steph. She squeezes with all her might. A nearby counselor points to the hugging girls and yells.
Hey, that's long enough.
Grace lets go, smiling at him.
It's okay. We're just friends.
Keep it that way.
He walks off, and Grace turns back to Steph.
I'm so glad you're getting help. I was really worried about you after that day in the restroom. You know, when you thought you were pregnant. I figured you might be too scared to reach out to others, so I did it for you. I told everyone. The principal, the football team, all your friends.
Oh,
I
jeez.
care about you, Steph. We want to help you make better choices.
You started the rumors. I have you to thank for all of this.
You're welcome.
As the amphitheater stage lights up, a voice crackles over the loudspeaker.
All righty, campers, gather around, take a seat, and give a big, I don't want to bang welcome to your camp directors and youth ministers, Jerry and Jerry.
Music thumps. A pair of cheery tryhards, one in blue and one in pink, begin to sing.
The day that Sally met her boy,
One Team StarKid without a song.
neither played shy or even coy, and they told everyone they sat on the beach. They met real cute. Sally removed a sequin dress from on top of her suit. The boy leaned in, but Sally crooned, "Leave room, virginity rocks, just tuck it away. Never touch anyone, not even your face. Don't knock, not today. I'm sorry, man, everyone, not playing no game."
The day that Taylor met their match, they told everyone, you wanna date me, there's a catch. And only one, keep your hands above the
I can tell they're having a lot of fun doing this, as well as they should. But not the filthy fun.
Best to lay in wait. You're gonna be a daddy or mom if you're late. Virginity love. You're cool enough to handle it. No accident or abstinence. Just let the beat inside you. My consciousness is fabulous. I'm celibate and scandalous.
Bravo, guys.
The song
Bravo.
ends. The campers cheer. Steph's flesh crawls.
All right! Amen, everybody! A to the men!
And women!
That's right. We're a progressive ministry. We believe both boys and girls can and should have the power to just say no. I'm Jerry with a double R-Y, and this is Jerry with a single R-I. And don't worry if that's too complicated for you. You can just call me Boy Jerry.
And I'm Girl Jerry!
And we're here to pack your summer with play, purpose, and prayer.
Cause who needs sex to have fun?
Not me. We're both voluntarily celibate.
Woo woo!
I'll take canoes over condoms any day. In fact, we have some counselors coming through the aisle with pamphlets about the dangers of contraception. I think it's important that everyone give those a read.
Seriously, guys, this information could save your life.
You said it, Girl Jerry. All right, boys to the blue cabins with me.
And I'll show the girls to the pink buns!
The next morning, a bugle blasts the wake-up call. Grace happily hops from bed, fully dressed and raring to go. Steph groans, pulling her pillow over her head. The campers are shuffled off to their various activities, swimming, archery, the rope course. In the Arts and Crafts Pavilion, Boy Jerry and Girl Jerry stand by a table of pre-packaged wallet-making kits and metal stamps.
All right, listen up, campers. First, you pick a strip of leather. Then, you choose your design, grab a mallet, and head on over to the beading table. You whack it for a while, stitch it up, and you end up with one of these.
He holds up a completed wallet.
I tell you kids, nothing gets out that pent-up frustration like making a wallet. Why, this is the very same technique that ye old settlers used to make their wallets.
Really? With these cheap kits from Hobby Lobby?
The other campers turn to glare at Steph.
Huh. You got a bit of an attitude. Don't you, Miss Lauder?
I've been told.
Why don't you step into my office?
The Jerrys lead Steph outside.
Ah, fresh air and a warm breeze. That's all the AC I need. So, Stephanie Lauder, the mayor's kid. I heard about you. Little Miss Bun in the oven.
That was just a dumb rumor.
Teen pregnancy is no joke, Steph. If you don't start taking this work seriously, you're gonna end up with a child before you're ready. You're gonna have to drop out of school. Your family will disown you. We're gonna raise that baby. In the woods. We just want to help you.
Hey, it's okay, Girl Jerry.
He puts a hand on Girl Jerry's shoulder. She falls into his arms. I got you, Girl Jerry.
I have a feeling she has experience with this sort of thing, teen pregnancy.
I will, Girl Jerry.
They cling to each other. Boy Jerry runs a hand down Girl Jerry's back. She shudders, hips bucking. He sniffs her hair.
Oh no.
You're so amazing.
They're gonna break their
Steph watches
one
them
rule.
awkwardly. Boy Jerry rounds on her.
Look at what you did. You upset girl, Jerry. I ought to cover you in syrup. Go make a wallet.
Later, a counselor leads a line of hikers down a forested path, chanting,
I don't know what I've been told.
I don't know what I've been told.
Abstinence is for the bold.
Abstinence is for the bold.
The counselor yells to one of the campers lagging behind.
Keep up, Spankovsky.
I can't. My blood sugar. These raisins suck.
Power through it. Sound off. 1, 2. Sound off. 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Pete falls to his knees, gasping for air, while the other kids walk past.
I think he's having an asthma attack.
Pete. She looks around to make sure no one's watching, then removes a chocolate bar from her pocket, offering it to him.
I stand corrected.
Contraband.
Pete looks up at Stephanie Lauder and freezes. He blushes, gulps, and takes the bar gratefully. Thanks. How'd you sneak this in here?
I had it back to my underwear, and the guy never checked. Didn't you know touching a bra will cause a man's hands to erupt in boils? That's what it said in the abstinence pamphlet.
Did it? I wiped my ass with mine. It looked more hygienic than the teepee in the outhouse. And I figured it was already full of shit. Steph smiles.
That's
Seems
hilarious.
She's found a kindred spirit. She pushes
Yeah,
a
they're
lock
gonna
of
start the
sweaty
bond.
hair away from her face.
Oh boy.
You're in school, right? Rocking that bow tie?
My brother says to pick a look and stick with it. I can't grow a mustache yet, so next best thing.
I heard a rumor about you. You're the kid who whacked off during the meat test.
Allegedly. I went to the bathroom to cool off. It was an important exam. Besides, if they didn't want to turn kids on, they shouldn't make those story problems so suggestive.
Right, there was that one that made everyone crack up. What was it?
They're gonna bond
Something about
because I had
Sydney's
rumors
melons?
about them.
Stacy's
Yeah.
melons. I committed it to memory.
Bet you did.
It said, Stacy has 2 plump melons. Each one is perfectly spherical with a diameter of 20 centimeters.
Stacy's stacked.
Jessica walks in with a big pair of jugs. If she squeezes Stacy's melons with a force of 10 grams per square centimeter, how long will it take before Jessica's jugs are full and ready to put to your lips?
They had to have known what they were doing.
Those sick bastards.
Yeah. Only in Team StarKid.
So I guess you heard a rumor about me.
Yeah. Sucks. I think whatever may or may not have happened in the bathroom should stay in the bathroom. Can we agree
I agree.
on that?
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah. Well, I should catch up. Don't let anyone find you with that. It's against the rules.
Hey, rules were made to be broken.
Yeah. You're not such a nerd, are you?
You say that now. Get me in front of a chemistry set, you'll see some seriously nerdy shit.
See you around, Spakovsky.
Night falls. Moonlight creeps through the trees. A fire crackles. Around it, campers gather, swapping ghost stories. One of them, Gabe, grins with fiendish delight as he begins his tale of terror.
Now I know Abstinence Camp may seem like the best place on earth, but there's a deep, dark secret at the heart of I Don't Want to Bang. Something lurking out in those woods.
The
Or
Axeman.
should I say, someone.
Come on, Gabe. Not this story again. You're gonna scare the new kids.
They should be scared, because there's a reason you gotta abstain around these parts.
You don't need a reason. Virginity just rocks.
I know that, and you know that.
But some people need a little extra motivation. Sometimes God has to make examples out of them, like Sodom and Gomorrah. That's what he saw when he looked down on Hatchetfield. A den of sin. A city full of adulterers and fornicators.
Hell yeah, go Nighthawks. Steph smiles
Nighthawks.
and peek from across the fire pit. The rest of the kids, however, are not amused, especially Gabe.
It's cool to hear these references to all their stories.
See? God sent him to punish the wicked with his feet like thunder and his axe oh so sharp. These woods belong to him. And there's one thing he won't abide in his domain. Perversion, kissing, touching your private parts, or heaven forbid, premarital sex.
Stop, Gabe! I'm scared!
He is the thing that will not die. The Mad Woodsman. Lumberax.
Baloney.
I know a dozen people who swear on the cross they seen him. And if that's not enough for you, how do you explain the 5 kids who've gone missing at this very camp?
5?
Look it up if you don't believe me.
Well, how convenient for you. They took our phones.
Well, then it looks like you're going to have a little faith for once in your life. Because if you don't, and you give in to those carnal urges, he'll know. He'll hear it from his work shed. And when you feel the hair stand on the back of your neck, don't turn around, or you'll come face to face with Lumberax.
A figure leaps from the shadows. It's Mary's friend, Noah, accenting the final jump scare of Gabe's story. With Mary now in tears, Grace shakes her
Aww.
Not funny, Noah.
And certainly not scary. No mask? No axe? What is that, a canoe paddle?
Well, I didn't want to frighten you too badly.
Well, you failed!
Mary gets up and runs from the fire. Noah runs after her.
Mary, wait, I'm sorry.
I feel bad for her as
God, I
well.
hate these nerdy prudes.
Later, when most of the campers have gone to bed, Grace pours a bucket of water into the fire pit, reciting,
Drown, stir, then drown again.
Gabe watches her extinguish the last of the flames.
You're really good at that, Grace.
No thanks to Smokey the Bear. That lustful, shirtless animal. He was designed by liberals to tempt kids into bestiality. That's what my mom says.
Mine too. You know, I never thought I'd meet a girl as cool as my mom. But then I met you, Grace.
I don't know whether that's supposed to be cool or gross.
I don't know how to say this, but I just gotta. I like you, Grace.
Aww.
I like you too, Gabe. You're a great friend.
Yeah, but what if we were more than friends?
We are. We're pew pals. And there's no one I'd rather share my hymnal with. Good night. La 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 la.
She skips off toward her bunk. Gabe watches her go and drops the choir boy act.
Fucking tease! Sending all the signals. How am I supposed to sleep with this chubby? Guess I'll go make a wallet.
In the arts and crafts pavilion, Gabe pounds a design into a strip of leather. Frustrated, he tosses the stamp and mallet.
Ah, this isn't working. I feel like I'm gonna pop. Fuck it. There's no one around.
With lustful mischief in his eyes, he undoes his belt buckle and starts to unzip.
Oh no. I think we all know where this is going.
Too faint for normal human ears, but not for his.
The Axe
In a
Man.
rickety old work shed, deep in the witchwood, a cold, glassy eye bursts open. He can hear the pants come undone and drop to the floor. The sound of one hand clapping. It angers him. None of that. Not in his woods.
Oh
He
boy.
rises slowly.
He's gonna go after
He
him.
stomps through the chains and the animal skins that hang from the rafters. He reaches out a massive arm and grabs the axe from the wall. Back in the art building, Gabe closes his eyes, lost in fantasy.
Oh, yeah. Oh, Grace. That's a modest brassiere you're wearing.
Behind him, the door creaks open. He whirls around, covering himself.
Hey! I'm making a wallet in here.
But no one's there. Gabe reaches down.
Well, not
to pull up
anymore.
his trousers. He apprehensively crosses the darkened cabin toward the open door.
Hello? Noah? Is that you?
A chill fills the room. The summer night turns icy cold, and Gabe can see his breath hang in the air. He shivers.
Oh, it's cold.
Then, clomp, clomp, clomp.
Oh no.
A shadowy figure fills the doorframe, silhouetted by moonlight. It's enormous, 8 feet at least. In its hands, a massive, dirty axe.
Oh no. This took a turn for the worst.
Nice costume, Noah. Or is that you, Pete? Steph?
Neither
Figure
or.
lumbers forward. Clomp, clomp.
Come on, cut it out. It's not funny.
Gabe winces as the mad woodsman raises his weapon.
Please, put down the axe.
Then, the figure stops. He looks down at Gabe and cocks his head. He lowers his blade. Gabe breathes a sigh of relief. Perhaps he's been forgiven. It was just one little slip-up after all. Just some harmless tugging. Slam! The metal wallet stamp comes pounding into Gabe's forehead.
Oh. Oh
No
no.
forgiveness. Not in these woods. Lumberaxe grabs a mallet and
Even before he
hammers the
started
stamp
doing his
deeper into
self-pleasure, I knew
Gabe's
the Axeman
skull.
was going to go after him.
Wham! Wham! Blood sprayed. The mad
Oh.
woodsman's justice is served.
I think if this were a movie, it would be NC-17.
Girl Jerry cheerfully marches toward the Arts and Crafts Pavilion with an armful of basket weaving materials. She opens the door and freezes. The basket kits fall to the floor. The walls are soaked in sticky gore.
Oh.
On the beating table
That's
is Gabe,
that's
skinless.
he
Beside
left his
him,
body.
A pile of wallets sewn from his flesh.
Oh.
Girl Jerry covers her
Oh.
mouth and whispers.
Oh, that's sick.
Later, Steph hikes down from her cabin and steps into the designated girls'
Wow.
washroom. The curtain to one of the shower stalls slides open, and Grace pops out, wearing a bathing suit.
Morning, Steph!
Wait, did you just shower in your swimsuit?
Of course. It's camp policy. You don't want to see your own body and start getting crazy ideas.
That's, disgusting.
I know. Can you imagine getting handsy with yourself?
We're outside every day.
You're 2 minutes
getting
too
sweaty
late.
and dirty. If you don't clean yourself, all of yourself, you're gonna get a UTI.
Wait. Are you telling me you're gonna shower without a swimsuit?
Yep. I'm headed straight to hell.
Steph goes for a stall. Grace jumps in her way.
No, Steph. I can't let you do that. It's this kind of reckless behavior that got you in trouble in the first place.
No, Grace, you got me in trouble. You're the reason I'm stuck here. See, I'm normal. You're weird. This whole place is weird.
Giving up on showering here, Steph stomps outside. Grace hurries after her.
Steph, I know you're just lashing out because you're an addict, jonesing for a big old shot of vitamin D, but I am not giving up on you. We're gonna get through this together. Anywhere you go, I'll follow.
Really?
Steph pushes through the door.
This is going to be awkward.
Grace's eyes go wide. The sign reads, Boys Washroom.
Oh no.
Girl Jerry!
Inside, Steph calls out a warning.
Cover your junk. I'm coming in.
There's one person there. Steph?
I don't know whether that's brave or stupid
Peter stands in nothing but
to
a
go
towel
into
wrapped
for a girl
around
to
his
go in the
waist.
boys' bathroom or
Steph
vice versa.
stops. She stares at him. Without his dorky glasses, Steph sees that he's actually kind of cute.
Have you always been that?
So they're basically battling human biology. The bodies need to reproduce. But no need to get complicated about it.
I got a shake weight. It's kind of like endurance training for, it doesn't matter, you know?
Guess I never noticed because of the suspenders. You should lose the suspenders.
That's my signature look.
This should be your signature look.
He squints in the mirror. Well, I don't have my glasses on, so I can't give a fair assessment. What are you doing here?
Just trying to shower in peace.
Okay, I was gonna, but, I'll get out of your hair.
Don't be stupid. There are separate stalls. Just take a shower.
Okay. At the same time?
Yeah. Why not?
Okay. Lord help me. Outside, Grace runs towards the counselor's cabin, screaming in desperation. Somebody help! From the tree line, boy Jerry and girl Jerry emerge. They're covered in dirt, carrying shovels.
What? What is
Bearing
it? Has
something.
someone else been murdered?
Hurt accidentally.
Right. That's what I said. Isn't it Grace accidentally murdered?
It's worse. It's Stephanie. She's relapsed.
Back in the boys'
Oh
washroom,
boy.
Steph calls to Pete over the sound of their respective showers.
Hey Pete, do you have a bar of soap over there?
Yeah.
Can you pass it over?
She reaches up. Her hand pokes above the partition between the stalls. Pete looks at the bar of soap. Are you sure? I just rubbed it all over my body.
Yeah, you and 20 other guys.
Ew. Gross. He puts the bar in her hand.
I get it though.
For a moment, their fingers touch. Pete can't see it, but on her side of the partition, Steph blushes. She takes the soap and the two quickly return to washing themselves.
The first
After a
physical
moment,
contact.
Pete asks, So, you think it's true?
What?
The 5 missing kids. You think something like that could really happen here in Hatchetfield?
My dad's the mayor. He says it'd shock you. The secret's in this town.
And there's a lot of them.
A crazy lumberjack who hates sexy time? That's a little far-fetched, don't you think?
Not as far-fetched as you think, Pete.
We'll never know. Unless we put it to the test.
What?
Oh boy.
I was kidding.
Oh. Good one.
Unless you wanted to.
Out in the woods, Lumberax stirs. He can sense someone's testing him.
Maybe this stupid legend persists because none of these nerds have the guts to prove it's bullshit.
Yeah.
I mean, we'd be experimenting for the sake of scientific discovery. Isn't science your thing?
Yep, that'll turn him on.
Are you suggesting that we, consolidate down to one shower? Thud, thud. Lumberax thunders through the trees, the sanctity of his woods at stake.
I wonder
Steph
how they made a
considers
sound
the
effect
idea.
for his footsteps. That clank, clank,
Certainly
clank.
get Lumberax's attention if he was real. And, you know, we'd be conserving water.
That's important. Save the planet. It's like that annoying Greenpeace girl always says, be the change you want to see in the world.
Right. So, you wanna?
Outside the washroom, Lumberax can hear Steph and Pete through the wall. He readies his weapon. Pete puts his hand to the stall partition. Steph? Are you sure? Rumors spread, I'm a loser, and you're Stephanie Lauder.
Yeah, but I thought we agreed whatever happens in the bathroom stays in the bathroom.
Very true.
Goddamn right. I'm coming over there. Outside, Lumberax takes aim at the wall, preparing to chop straight through it, directly into Steph and Pete. Inside, Steph smiles.
Okay, come on over.
Okay, on the count of 3. Pete grabs the shower curtain. He readies himself to hop out of his stall and into Steph's. 1. Lumberax takes aim.
2.
He winds up. The axe gleams. And...
Spankovsky, water!
Just before Pete can
Oh,
take the
boy.
leap, Boy Jerry and Girl Jerry burst into the washroom. The teens recoil. Girl Jerry screams. Later,
They saved them
Pete
from
and
the
Steph
Axeman.
stand outside the counselor's cabin awaiting their punishment. Girl Jerry looks on the verge of tears, while Boy Jerry wipes sweat from his forehead.
A boy and a girl, showering at the same time, only one stall apart. It's the most perverse thing I've heard in all my life. It's sick. What am I supposed to do with you two?
How about nothing, because we're consenting adults?
I think you might be a lost cause, Lauder. I'm surprised the rumors about you weren't true.
Hey, cut it out.
Excuse me, what was that? Girl Jerry, could you take Steph to her bunk and lock her in? I'd like to have a word with this young man in private, if you don't mind.
Girl Jerry leads her away. Steph glances back at Pete as she goes. Boy Jerry steps closer, narrowing his eyes.
You're trash, Spankovsky. Just like your brother. No Spankovsky will ever amount to a hill of beans in this town. So, I hope you enjoyed your little bath time, because it's solitary confinement for you, for the rest of the summer. I will not have you drooling over her like she's some piece of meat.
It's not like that. I like Steph, and I think she likes me too.
What's Steph got to do with it? I'm talking about Girl Jerry. Yeah, I've seen the way you look at her. Undressing her
What?
with your eyes, imagining what it'd be like to plunge your hands into that hair, feel her lips on yours just one more time, that's all. Well, not on my watch, mister. From now on, every time I have one of those thoughts, you're gonna make a wallet.
You mean every time I have one of those thoughts?
That is literally exactly what I said. Don't be stupid in front of me, Pete. Not a good look for you. I ought to put you in a canoe. I ought to let a bird walk all over you. Get to your cabin, now!
Thoroughly confused, Pete's led away by a counselor. When he's alone, Boy Jerry lets out a sigh of relief.
Oh, God, that was close. Gosh darn. Horny kids. Keep it together, Boy Jerry. Keep them chaste and it won't happen again.
Out in the woods, it's happening again. With the counselors distracted by the Pete and Steph commotion, Mary and Noah found the perfect opportunity to sneak off for some private time.
Oh, it's gonna happen
I
again.
think we're alone. So, how far do you want to go?
I don't know. Maybe some over-the-clothes stuff?
Are you sure we're ready? I mean, we're only 18.
I'm ready. As long as it's with you, Noah.
Okay. I'm gonna kiss you now.
I'll open my mouth.
They lay back onto the leaves.
I think
and
this is their
awkwardly
first
press their
time.
faces together. The sound of lips smacking rings out over the witchwood like nails on a chalkboard. Lumberax awakens. He cocks his head in the direction of the kissing. Hell no, not on his watch. He heads out. His bloody work's not done yet. Noah and Mary flop on top of each other, mouths gaping like a couple of fish.
Oh, yeah. This is awesome.
You're a great kisser, Noah.
She guides him back upright and smiles playfully.
I'm gonna unbutton my blouse now. Don't lose your head.
Oh no!
Woodsman's axe slashes through Noah's sinewy neck. His head goes flying. Blood splashes onto Mary's screaming face.
Oh my god.
Lumber-Axe puts
He's
a finger
dead.
to her lips. She falls silent. He raises his hand and wags his index. Then, he punches a fist straight through her ribcage.
Oh no.
Across camp, Grace spots Steph being led to the pink bunks by one of the counselors.
Hey, what's going on?
Solitary confinement for the rest of summer.
What?
Yeah, Grace. Thanks for tattling. Again.
Steph, I didn't think they'd do this. I was just trying to help. I'm your friend.
No, you're not! You're an annoying, self-righteous, nerdy prude. And the only good thing about this is that I won't have to spend any more time with you.
Ouch.
The counselor opens the cabin.
All right, louder. Inside.
Steph enters and he slams the door. He flips a metal latch into place and clicks on a heavy padlock.
This isn't right. How is she supposed to learn if she can't come to the activities? The prayer circles?
Hey, you don't like it? Take it up with the Jerrys.
On the path to the administration office, Boy Jerry walks with Girl Jerry. She's on edge, biting her lip nervously.
This is getting out of hand.
What do you mean? The crisis has been averted. We buried the body. No one will ever find it.
There's two more bodies.
The same thing we told all the others. It's the woods. People go missing every day.
I can't help but feel responsible.
Hey, look at me. Gabe brought this upon himself. He was a little perv, and now he's burning in hell for it.
You're right.
But the rest of these kids, they need us. They need this camp. And we're not going to let any more of them down.
He opens the office door. Girl Jerry claps her hand over her mouth. In the center of the room is a pile of bloody body parts. Noah and Mary's. They're
Yep.
stacked on top of each other like freshly cut firewood.
Shoot.
Oh, that's disgusting. I'm glad we're not seeing this.
Girl Jerry goes for the phone when Boy Jerry catches her arm.
I don't think you've thought this through, Girl Jerry. You think they're just gonna come here and cart off the bodies? No. They're gonna poke around. And they're gonna find everything. You ready for that? For the whole
Those two have
town
something up
to
their
know
sleeves.
you did?
Wait, what Girl Jerry did? Now there's a twist.
He pulls her closer.
That's what you are, isn't it? Dirty girl.
She wraps her arms around him.
Yep.
Burying her
Like I said,
on his back.
biology.
Yes. I'm a dirty girl.
Yeah, you are. You're absolutely filthy.
Boy Jerry plunges his hands into her hair. She opens her mouth, ready to accept his tongue, when...
Oh my gosh.
Busted.
Oh my gosh!
Grace Chastity stands wide-eyed in the doorway.
Grace! We can explain!
Girl Jerry had something in her teeth and I was gonna lick it out. What's wrong?
Noah! And Mary! They're dead!
Yeah, that.
Grace, just calm down and we'll talk.
No!
She runs from the office.
Grace!
Oh, great! Gosh darn son of a gun! Go after her!
But the bodies!
I'll handle it!
Outside, the sun sinks over the horizon. In the locked blue cabin, Pete lays on his cot.
Oh man, this sucks. What am I supposed to do for the rest of the summer?
He kicks the wall in frustration. When he does, one of the wooden boards comes loose and falls to the floor. Behind it, a hiding spot. There's something inside, covered in cobwebs. Pete
What is
reaches
it?
in and pulls out a 20-year-old pornographic magazine. He flips it
Oh.
open. There's something written on the first page.
Oh boy.
Property of Theodore Spankovsky. A tear comes to Pete's eye. He holds
It
the
belonged to his
magazine
brother.
his chest.
He's with me always. Well, you know what they say? Never waste a locked door.
Pete opens the magazine, he unbuckles his belt, and an axe head bursts through the cabin door.
Holy shit! It's Lumberjack! He's real!
A foot kicks through the splinters, and Steph peers inside.
Zip it up, Spankowski.
That was a close call.
Busting out of here.
Right! She tosses the axe and takes off. Pete goes to follow her.
Wait, where'd you get
Then
that
He
axe?
stops. He turns back to the dirty magazine and grabs it. Elsewhere, Grace runs for her life. She barrels through the woods, Girl Jerry hot on her heels.
Grace, come back! Stay away from me!
Grace's foot catches a root and she crashes to the dirt.
Ooh.
She looks up
Ouch.
to see Girl Jerry standing over her.
I'm not gonna hurt you, Grace. I want to help you. All I ever wanted was to help you kids. In a way, that's all he wants too. He just takes things a little too far sometimes.
Crunch.
The axe man.
Steph and Pete rush through the darkness, kicking up leaves.
Do you know where we're going?
I have no clue.
I don't know. Maybe this isn't such a good idea. I mean, how big is Witchwood Forest anyway?
Pretty big.
It says it's as big or small as it needs to be.
What's that supposed to mean?
Do you hear that?
In the distance, a voice. It's Boy Jerry, dragging a heavy, wet bag, muttering to himself.
All right.
Oh no,
campers,
the other two bodies are in it.
I got a special activity planned for you two. Hide and seek. Hold the seek.
Steph and Pete watch him empty the sack into a freshly dug ditch. Mary and Noah's body parts tumble into the hole.
Oh my god.
Who's there?
Boy Jerry whirls around, shining his flashlight into their faces.
Oh no,
Steph!
busted.
And Peter! Out of your bunks! Looking for a good spot to partake in some hanky-panky?
He advances. Steph recoils.
Stay back, Pete. He's crazy.
Well, if you two
He and
can't
Girl
keep your
Jerry
hands
both
to
are
yourself,
crazy.
I'll cut him off!
Boy Jerry pulls his shovel from the ground. He raises it above his head and leaps for Steph and Pete. Swipe! He swings the shovel. They dive from its path. He rounds on Pete, brandishing the tool like a spear. He lunges. Peter instinctively dodges and grabs the shovel's handle. All those years of training with that shake weight pay off as Pete starts jerking the shovel back and forth, until Boy Jerry loses his grip. He stumbles back and wham! Pete smacks him across the face with the shovel's
Boom.
blade. Boy Jerry rolls to the ground with a bloody lip. Pete stands over him, triumphantly.
Never tangle with the Spankovsky.
With his opponent down, Pete raises the shovel and tries to break it across his thigh. Crunch! Something snaps, but not the tool's hand.
Oh, I think I broke my leg.
Pete falls to the
Ouch.
floor in immense
Ooh.
pain. Steph rushes over.
Yeah, feels messed up. But you looked real cool right up until the end there.
Tripped
Mhm.
at the finish line.
Yep.
Sort of
He had his warrior moment.
Steph touches his face. Gently.
That's great.
Hey, I'm not into jocks.
She leans in and kisses him.
Aww.
Pete closes his eyes. He kisses back. They part, smiling. Then a chill runs down Steph's spine. She can see her breath hang in the air.
Did it just get cold out here?
Oh
Steph
no.
and Pete turn to find a figure
He's coming.
looming over them. 8 feet tall at least. He's dressed in tatters. He's stinking and heaving with anger. In his huge hands, a gleaming blade. Their jaws drop. Their eyes go wide. It's him. It's Lumberax! Man
Run, guys,
woodsman
run.
swings his axe. Steph and Pete roll away. The axe pounds into the ground. Steph grabs Pete's arm and helps him to his feet. The teens take off into the woods. Lumberax pries his weapon from the earth. Boy Jerry looks up and orders, "Get him, Lumbee!" Elsewhere,
I think the Jerrys and the Axe know each other.
approaches.
Axeman, I
I
meant.
was young when I had him. And a counselor at Abstinence camp? What would people say if they found out I'd had a child out of wedlock? I'd be ruined.
Wait a minute.
So you see, I had to keep him a secret. I raised him out here, in the woods. I taught him to survive on berries and tree sap.
Wait.
There's something about Witchwood Forest. Things grow here. They grow fast. And big. And different.
Oh my god, I have chills right now.
Jerry was over 6 feet by the time he turned 2. We tried to teach him about the importance of abstinence. And well, he really took the lessons to heart. It wasn't what I intended. I gave him the axe to chop firewood. That's all. I never thought he'd use it to.
A scream in the distance. Grace recognizes the
Oh
voice.
my.
Steph.
Wow.
Oh God! It's happening again!
Grace scrambles to her feet and takes off in Steph's direction. Peter limps along, hanging from Steph's side.
Come on, Pete. Keep up.
I'm trying.
Okay.
Try harder.
That I didn't see coming.
Something whips past their faces and slams into a nearby tree. It's the shovel, and it's just missed him. Yards off, Lumberax stands, having thrown the tool. Not to kill, just
Wow.
to taunt. He grips his axe handle and stomps forward. Clomp, clomp.
All right.
Steph grabs the shovel and pulls it from the tree. The mad woodsman charges, raising his blade. Steph runs for him at full speed.
Fuck you, Lumberax!
Squish! She jams the shovel into his chest. She leans forward, driving the blade deeper, but it doesn't get far. Smack! Lumberax backhands her. She hits the ground. Steph! She skips through the underbrush, rolling to a stop. Lumberax looks down at the shovel protruding from his sternum. He plucks it out with ease and breaks it across his thigh.
Well, he makes it look easy.
The bruised Steph struggles to stand. Lumberax heads straight for her.
Hey! Leave her alone!
Pete starts after them, but can't make it on his hurt leg. He desperately flails, trying to divert Lumberax's attention.
I'm over here!
He starts throwing things. Stones, sticks, the halves of the broken shovel.
I'm right here!
With nothing left to throw,
Pete,
hurls
you're a
Ted's
hero.
porno mag at Lumberax. It lands on the ground, flipping open. Lumberax sees it and stops, dead in his
Oh
tracks.
boy.
He covers his glassy green eye, trying to shield himself from the smut on the pages.
Wow.
Steph! The porn! It's his weakness! He can't look at it!
Steph stumbles to her feet. She rushes for the magazine. She grabs it and thrusts it toward Lumberax.
Oh yeah? How do you like that, huh? Look at that sinful shit.
The porn in her
His
hands.
kryptonite.
Steph advances, and Lumberax recoils.
It's working, Steph!
She backs Lumberax against a tree. He falls to his knees, afraid, cowering at the sight of sex. Just when Steph thinks she's won, that she's tamed the woodsman, Lumberax drives his huge hands into the ground. He takes hold of the tree's roots and starts to pull. The earth shakes beneath them. Slowly, Lumberax stands, ripping the tree from the ground.
Holy shit.
Oh
Lumberax
boy.
lifts the tree above his head and hurls it at Steph. Whoosh! It flies through the air. Steph dives. The tree comes crashing down.
Big City Killer?
Steph! Steph!
When the dust settles, the magazine's in shreds, and Steph is pinned under a branch. Lumberax rises to
Oh,
his
so
full
she
height.
survived.
He plows forward. He raises his axe. Steph winces, and... No! Grace throws herself between Steph and the mad woodsman. He stares down at Grace. He cocks his head. But his axe does not fall. Boy Jerry appears from the dark.
What are you waiting for? Kill them! All of them. They're all disgusting little perverts.
Not me! There's one thing you better hurry up and know about Grace Chastity. I'm the biggest prude you'll ever meet!
She's lying. She's a dirty girl.
No, not at all.
She looks into Lumberax's glassy eye.
And you can tell, can't you? That's why you won't harm me.
Boy Jerry stomps, commanding.
Do it, little Jerry!
You think I just wear a swimsuit in the shower at camp? No way! It's a house rule, too!
She's clean. That's why he can't hurt her.
Until I'm married. Not even me.
Boy Jerry yells to Lumberax.
You're gonna plead her over me?
You know how much of a prude I am? I knitted tiny little sweaters for all the crucifix Jesus statues in our house. I get
That's actually kind of cute.
but he doesn't need to have his nips out when he does it.
You will do as I say, little Jerry. I am your father.
And girl Jerry's his mother.
The Lord said, honor thy mother and father. Now split her skull.
No. Okay, think about it, little Jerry. If boy Jerry and girl Jerry are your mother and father, you know what that means, don't you?
It means we prayed to heaven and a stork delivered you to our door.
It means they had sex.
That'll do it.
They fornicated! In your woods!
Lumberax rages.
What goes
Pounds
around
his
comes
chest.
around.
He swings his blade wildly.
Little Jerry, calm down. You're gonna hurt yourself with that thing. I think it's best if you give your old man the axe.
Lumberax turns to his father and gives him the axe all right. Right between the eyes.
Oh.
The blade splits Boy Jerry's skull.
Oh.
Then, with a demon's strength, the woodsman pushes down. His axe glides through Boy Jerry's neck.
Oh,
and
that's
chest
disgusting.
And stomach.
Oh.
Slash. Slash. The two halves of Boy Jerry fall to the forest floor with a splash.
I'm glad we're not seeing this.
Oh my god! What have you done?
Girl Jerry appears, screaming in terror. She runs to the bloody bits of her lover.
Boy Jerry! Boy Jerry! No!
She glares up to her son. He stares back with vacant, remorseless eyes.
Just finish it, you ungrateful little fuck!
Lumberax
Ooh.
kicks her chest, like a punter kicking a field goal. She flies through the air, smacks into a tree, and explodes. Flop, flop,
Ouch.
flop. Bloody chunks rain down. Lumberax
Ew.
heaves, then stumbles back to Grace. Pete and Steph look on in wonder. Grace faces the woodsman without fear.
I think I understand you. Maybe we understand each other.
Suddenly, Lumberax lifts his blade. Grace winces. But then, he slowly lowers it, handing it to her. Grace gazes down at the weapon.
Grace saves the day.
Then he turns and lumbers back into the woods. The three teens watch him go. Finally safe, Steph pulls Peter to his feet.
Come on, Pete. Let's get out of here.
She starts leading him away when Grace blocks their path.
Not so fast.
Whoa, 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 wait. Whoa, whoa, whoa.
Days later, Grace stands in the Arts and Crafts Pavilion, putting the finishing touches on her project. She turns to a room full of
So we go from Axe Man to Axe
Is how you
Girl.
weave a basket. All right, everybody, hop to it.
Is
The kids line
that
up,
what I'm getting
grabbing
here?
strips of cedar bark. They sit around tables, working quietly. One of the campers scratches their head, trying to make sense of it all.
So, the camp directors disappear and we're supposed to pretend nothing happened? Like,
Guess so.
this is weird, right?
Just
Very.
shut up and weave a basket.
Grace oversees the camper's work. As she does, she absent-mindedly sharpens her axe.
I anxiously await abstinence camp all year long, and I am not gonna let a few bumps in the road spoil my summer. For the next few weeks, we're gonna have some good, wholesome fun. Or else.
Another kid grumbles.
Who put her in charge?
You don't want to know. Outside, at the edge of the tree line, a hulking figure watches. He nods his mighty head in approval. At long last, his woods are clean. For now.
Wow.
He's got the size that humbles. He's got the hands that rumble. He's got the steps that crumble round.
Oh my gosh.
He's got his mind on the liver. You know when he won't deliver.
So we left off in open ending with the possibility of a sequel, with Grace in charge being the new axe girl going after the kids in the following summer who are not being clean or abstinent. Wow. Oh my gosh.
If you see him, then you cross the line. Get lost inside those demon eyes. No good.
And obviously this is the credits for both Porky Buds and Abstinence Camp.
Watching nerds run for their lives. He's got
I can also share my absent thoughts during the credits. I can't emphasize this enough. The writers of Team StarKid are absolutely, they're genius. I don't know how else to put it. I mean, for the last few, every episode, and every time we have a major twist, I knew there was going to be a twist, and it still shocked me. And what I mean is that I kind of knew later on that the two Jerrys had a big secret and had something dirty up their sleeves. And I was hoping to learn the origins of the Axeman, but the fact that he's the offspring of Jerry and Jerry, there he is. That's actually pretty creepy for us at night. I did not see that coming, that he was their offspring and he turned into a mutant creature because of the magic or curse in the forest. I mean, that sends shivers down my spine. And I have to say, Stephanie and Pete have really great chemistry, and the way the actors played them was superb. Of course, I can say that about all the actors with how they portrayed all their characters, but that's Team StarKid for you. Wow. Every single time I do a reaction to Team StarKid, it's an event, and this is no exception. And I think this has to be the filthiest, well, not as filthy as Me and My Dick, but certainly one of the goriest shows from Team StarKid I've seen in a long time. But here's the one small thing I don't understand story-wise. One, how did Stephanie get out of her confinement? And two, how did she get the axe to bust Pete out? Maybe they left it out to shock us, to make us think that Pete was about to get axed by the creature as he was reading that dirty magazine, but they did that to surprise us that Stephanie is busting him out. So all that being said, as always, let me know in the comments what you think. Thank you for watching.